A Dad Dream, written by Christina Curtin, May 21st, 2022. Family is the most important thing. My girls and Vince are my main whys for why I do what I do. They help give my life more purpose and fill me with love and a lot of laughter. However, my little party of 5 is a stark comparison to the family I was born into. It can be confusing that my world can be so full because of my children and husband, yet I didn't have this type of connection for myself growing up. I don't talk to my immediate family. My mother died years ago, so there's just my brother and dad left. Still, it's been decades since I've said 2 words to either of them. I know they are alive, but that's about it. There's no desire in me to reach out. I've made peace with that experience and took what I needed from it to grow into the person I am today. The past gets brought up here and there, though, mostly by my middle child, Scarlett. She's the more sensitive one of the bunch and has asked a handful of times why I don't talk to my dad or brother and why she hasn't met them. In those moments, I find my brain asking if I should introduce them. My kids do have an uncle and a grandfather who they have never really met. But then I remind my brain that I probably wouldn't be bringing any good into their lives, and I don't owe them anything. My girls aren't missing out by not knowing my dad or my brother. My dad and brother are missing out by not knowing my girls. That period of my life shaped who I am today, and I am grateful for it. I have compassion for my parents and brother. I understand now why things were the way they were. I don't want to punish my dad for his past mistakes. I have forgiven him, my mom, and brother. But that doesn't mean I want them to be in my life. That feels too forced to me. It would be like inviting a stranger off the street. I know that he probably wishes that I would reach out, but it's just not what I want. And I need to make decisions on what I want and what's best for me and my family, not what I think will make anyone else happy. Despite my disconnection from my family, I recently had a dream about my dad. This was out of nowhere. Brains are funny like that. Why this dream swirled down through my mind is a mystery. But it stuck with me and I wanted to document it here. In my dream, I was going to visit my dad in the house I grew up in. But in this dream, I was also a garbage man. I do pick up litter a lot, so I can see how my mind made this relationship happen. And as a child, we did search through the trash on garbage nights to find things for our house since we were poor. We got a couch that way. I think that memory is a deep one for me, so I can see why my dream would start here. I don't remember much about the dream, but one thing I do remember is I was standing next to my dad to help empty out his recycle can. I remember being pleased he recycled. Recycling means a lot to me. But I also clearly remember noting the many airplane bottles of alcohol that were in his can. When I lived with my dad, he had a drinking problem. He still could, I have no clue. As we emptied his can together, he talked about COVID and his unemployment situation. My dad has been unemployed for decades, so this was not pandemic related. As we talked, I could clearly sense he was embarrassed by the contents of his recycle can. All the little alcohol bottles clinking together, telling the story of his drinking problem as they fell into my truck. And then I woke up to pee. That's it. That's the dream. It was vivid and real. It stuck with me for some reason. I wanted to write it down because I think there's a message in there somewhere for me. I can make up all sorts of symbolisms with the trash and needing to clean out memories, bottles keeping things contained and not expressing memories, alcohol and suppressing memories, my relationship with alcohol, a story for another time, but I don't think it's a message to reconnect or anything. That doesn't feel right, but maybe another layer of understanding I need to figure out. As I always do, my curiosity led me to Google it, and all the answers are all over the place. Who comes up with these dreams interpretations anyways? After reading through the crazy, the only semi-logical interpretation is the one I came up with on my own. The dream could mean that there are issues and feelings with my dad that I am not dealing with, and I need to address them. But I don't understand how that's true. I don't feel like I'm bottling anything up. I feel like I've shined the light on those issues years ago and put them to rest. So maybe this dream was just a dream, an electrical pulse in my brain that crafted this connection of me and my dad emptying alcohol bottles into a recycle can. I'm not sure. For now, I'll put the dream to rest and move forward. I'm pretty sure I'm done with the past.